It's time for Michigan Fun on My Michigan TV, a weekly look at the top events in Michigan as presented by the state's leading authority on events, the Michigan Festival and Events Association. A full listing of events is available on MichiganFun.com. Michigan Fun is a production of My Michigan TV powered by Michigan Digital. Now, here's your host, President of the Michigan Festival and Events Association, Mike Sukin.
Welcome to Michigan Fun, the show where we check out the state's top festivals and events. I'm your host, Mike Sukin, and welcome to 2024. Happy New Year, and we're going to start this year off highlighting some absolutely amazing events ahead of us. Today's show, we're going to find out what's happening at the Epiphany Studios, and then we're going to Alpena to learn about the wonderful activities downtown. But first, let's check in with Christy Kane with the Kent County Youth Agricultural Association. Hello, Christy. Welcome to the show today. So tell me all about this great activity, or not activity, it's this great new adventure that's going on in Kent County.
I am happy to tell you about that, Mike. It's so good to be here today. We have been working over here in Lowell on something really exciting. Since 1935, the Kent County Youth Agricultural Association has been building up youth through the hosting of the Kent County Youth Fair. And for many years now, we have been in desperate need of new fairgrounds. We've had the pleasure to work with the city of Lowell to lease our former fairgrounds. And it was a City of Lowell park. And as the city grew, the park got smaller for us. And so we worked for years to be as creative as we could to make use of every inch of space there. And finally, in 2018, we had the opportunity to purchase the former Deer Run Golf Course on Cascade Road, right close to 96. And so now to go to 140 acres of prime opportunity to grow for the fair, to be able to serve more kids and more youth through exhibition at the fair, but also this grand vision came into focus for year-round opportunity. And we're so excited about that. Our fundraising has been truly a public and private partnership that has come together with excellent funding sources. And last year in 2023, Mike, if you were to see all that we accomplished, well, hopefully you will see on the video and pictures here, but we started breaking ground late last year, and by July of 2023, we hosted the first fair on the new grounds. And in order to do that, we were able to put up 6 of the priority structures that we knew we had to have there in order to get the first fair there. And from December of last year to July, we went from nothing to all that you see in front of you here. And we're so thrilled with the efforts of our board, our volunteers, our ad hoc committees. It's been such a collaborative effort. Even our exhibitors and our families have been behind us every step of the way. It was truly a remarkable accomplishment. And now, as we look forward to the future, we're so excited about the possibilities to serve a broader and more diverse audience, to look at year-round programming and activities, to partner with other organizations that maybe need more space and are looking for opportunities to grow. And we're excited about what this means for West Michigan and for Kent County in particular. We know our proximity to 96 will be a great asset for us. The township has been so supportive of our development and a wonderful partner to us along the way. And we're excited about their interest in further development there on exit 52 on 96, with potential for motels, restaurants, tourism dollars that are coming to West Michigan all through the Grand.
That's awesome. It's a great project. fairs and youth go together. There's so much good character built out of having fairs and having the youth involved. That's where we get our model citizens for the future, is from that. And I love the idea of the vision moving forward, not just looking at the fairgrounds, but with the things that you're going to be able to do at the fairgrounds and being able to purchase that golf course. I mean, it just absolutely, that's a beautiful piece of property. Your proximity to the expressway, the ability to attract some hotels and motels in the area to be able to bring people in there as you develop the fairgrounds even further, to the point where you have venues where you may have music or other concerts and stuff there. That's just absolutely exciting information, not just for Kent County, but for West Michigan in general, for the entire state.
Absolutely, it truly is. And our vision for what's next, Mike, is really exciting. We hope to develop an indoor exhibition arena, as well as an agriculture education center. And we know with those two pieces, we'll be one of only 3 locations in the state of Michigan capable of hosting the larger, even regional shows for agriculture events, whether it be equestrian events and livestock events. There's this whole circuit of, we like to call it agriculture recreation, that's traveling around the state, and they need a place to be. And so we're excited that West Michigan will hopefully soon be one of those locations. The indoor exhibition arena will be a year-round ventilated, heated, insulated, clear span arena space with room for animal housing. And the Ag Education Center will have classroom space, and we'll be able to host field trips and really get a broader audience out to be learning hands-on through agriculture. Like you said, we know that experiencing agriculture is something that develops those leadership skills, that service to community, that hard work, that determination, that grit, that worker skill that is so desperately needed today. And we look forward to many more opportunities to engage our community in agriculture, to continue to help educate them on their food sources and where food comes from. We're getting a little too far removed from the general public in that knowledge, and it's more important than ever, I think, for us to have that understanding.
Well, Christy, you guys have checked 2 out of the 3 boxes as far as the major industries in the state of Michigan. Manufacturing is one. Obviously, that's not where you're at, but you are there for agriculture and you are there for tourism. And I wish you all the luck in the world on this. I think it's a great project. For our viewers wanting to find out additional information about this project or what you're doing, where would they find your information?
We would love for them to visit us online at www.kcyf.org.
Thanks, Christy. Appreciate you being with us today.
Thank you, Mike.
A lot of great information there. But don't go away, because we're going to be finding out what is happening at the Epiphany Studios. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. On your TV, on your phone, on the web. All Michigan streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
A fresh start lets you refocus, helping you live in the moment, where you can take the lead or take a bow, basking in the glitz and the glow of winter. Because when the snow begins to fall, you feel the excitement rise. Set your sights on a winter wonderland as Fresh finds new ways forward in pure Michigan.
When the temps drop and the snow starts falling, yeah, Traverse City is just warming up. Explore a snow globe of adventure. Hit the slopes. Hike through snow-covered forests. Or get cozy with some local flavor. Plan your escape to winter's best-kept secret. This is TC. It's totally cool. It's Traverse City.
A message from Detroit to everybody. The adventurers, the explorers, the nomads, and the foodies, the art enthusiasts, and the music lovers. When you're ready to come, Detroit is ready to go. From shopping and museums to restaurants, parks, and more, Motown has way too much to do in just a single day. When the time is right, all this is waiting for you in Detroit. Begin planning your next trip at visitdetroit.com.
Welcome back to Michigan Fun, a weekly look at the top events happening across the state of Michigan. Our next guest is April Wagner. She is the owner and master glass blower at the Epiphany Studios. Welcome, April. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Mike. How are you today?
Great. So I've seen the videos and the information that we have. Tell us about the Epiphany Studios, because it looks like an absolutely amazing place.
It is absolutely the best place to be this time of year, for sure. It is a hand-blown glass art studio. We're located in Pontiac, Michigan, about 45 minutes north of Detroit. I've been there since the mid-90s, so a while now, and we create custom hand-blown glass gifts and awards, artworks, sculptures, all sorts of things. And we also offer hands-on experiences where people can come into the studio and make their own glass piece with us, which is a pretty unique opportunity.
That's an amazing opportunity. I mean, you're talking about something that is at what temperature do you have to get that to be able to blow glass? I mean, obviously don't touch it.
Right. Unless you want to get burnt, which nobody does. The furnaces run at 2,000 degrees, and they actually run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have an 800-pound glass furnace, which is fairly large, and that allows us to make, a lot of different pieces and different things. When we turn that furnace off, it takes a week to come down to room temperature. And then when we turn it back on, it takes a week to come back up to the 2,000 degrees. So you can imagine we don't do that very often. Actually, we try to not work in July and August when it's really hot, but that doesn't always work out. So we love to have people come into the studio, and we love to be in the studio this time of year because it's just toasty and warm. You just feel like you're in the sun, you feel the heat. It's really it's a great time.
I love the fact that you've got, it looks like students that are learning how to do this, or general public that can come in and make their own unique gifts for a loved one. You can buy that at a store, but if you can make it, it's coming from the heart. It's so much better gift.
And it's the opportunity to have an experience with your family and friends that you'll remember for a lifetime. I still, 30 years in, remember the first time I blew glass and what a special, magical moment that was. So imagine doing that with a parent or a child or a friend, and having not just the piece that you make at the end of the day, but also those laughs, those pictures on your phone. We have a super talented group of artists in the studio that work with people to make sure that they understand the process. They pick their own colors. They sit at the bench and use the hand tools. And, all of that together just is really magical, I think. And as I mentioned, kind of specialized. There aren't a lot of glass blowing studios in the area. So the opportunity to come in and make your own paperweight or make your own glass heart is special. But then we also offer some more unique opportunities where And this is very special. If you have the cremain ashes from a loved one or from a pet, we have an opportunity where you can come in with those ashes and you can make a piece of memorial art encapsulating that loved one in that glass artwork.
Wow, that is special. So much better than just having an urn sitting on the mantle.
I
I,
think so. I think so. And
I,
some people hesitate. They think maybe it's too emotional of an experience for them, in which case we also offer at the studio that we can make those pieces for you. And if you want to come in and see that process happen, we love having people there to give us guidance or to talk about the person or the pet that, that they've lost. Because it's really just a special way, I think, to make the remembrance and the memorial unique and individual to that person.
that is, I, it is emotional. I think it's a lot better. Unfortunately, I've had family members that have passed that have been cremated, and the dealing with the remains is always a challenge. Do you bury them? Do you scatter them? Do you leave them in an urn? Do you put them? What do you do with it? And to be able to make something special and basically permanent, you don't have to worry about spilling it because they're encapsulated. That's a great idea. Your artwork is absolutely beautiful. I love what you're doing. For our viewers, anybody that's wanting to know some additional information or to be able to get involved with the Epiphany Studio, how do they get in contact with you guys?
Sure, you can visit our website, epiphany.glass.com. It'll show you the schedule of our workshops. So we'll have a store with all of the different kinds of pieces that we make. If you're interested in seeing some of the larger scale work that I've done around the country, some of the one-of-a-kind pieces, you can check out my website, which is aprilwagner.com. Of course, you can follow us on social media. Gospeling is such a cool, interesting art form to watch. We're always posting videos about the process and have really found that, it demystifies it a little bit, but it's also so magical that people are really captivated by it.
And they are, and it's, as I said, it's absolutely beautiful. I've seen a number of pieces in gift shops all across the state of Michigan, but never imagined that I or John Q. Public could actually have something custom made or participate in the making of that. April,
Yeah.
thank you very much for being with us today. Really appreciate you sharing the great things that you guys are doing at the Epiphany Studio. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that was, at the risk of sounding corny, that was mind blowing. Great stuff. Definitely check that out. But don't go away, because we're going to be right back and we're going to find out what's happening in downtown Alpena. Be right back.
Hi everybody, here's 5 fun things to do in Delta County during the winter. The first thing we recommend checking out is the Days River Pathway Trail. Here you can go fat tire biking, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, or hiking. Next up is snow tubing at the Gladstone Ski Hill. They have 3 fun different runs for all different levels of tubers. The third thing you have to check out is ice fishing on the Little Bay Danach. Out on the ice you can expect to catch large walleye, pike, perch, and other species. If you're looking for fun things to do at night, check out the Lantern Lit Trail at Fayette Historic State Park. You can go cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, or fat biking along the Lit Trail. The fifth thing you should experience is Gray Lakes ice racing on the Escanaba River. Here you can watch racers zoom by on the frozen track. We hope you enjoyed learning about these 5 fun things to do in Delta County during the winter, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Welcome back to Michigan Fun, a weekly look at the top events happening across the state of Michigan. Our next guest is Ann Gentry. She is the Executive Director of the Alpena Downtown Development Authority. Welcome, Ann.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Glad you were able to make it today. I have been we talked yesterday on the phone. I have been a part-time seasonal resident of the Alpena area since 1989, and I have watched the transformation of downtown Alpena, and it is just absolutely amazing. What a hub that you have there for entertainment, for fine dining. But you know what? Like I said before, I could go on for hours on it, but that's your job. And
Yeah, thanks.
and you and you get all the credit because you've done a fantastic job.
Thank you so much for the kind words. Yeah, working kind of in this world every day, sometimes we don't see the long-term progression. So I always love hearing from people that have, been a part of our community for a while, that have really seen these progressions over the last 30 years. But I'd say especially in like the last few years, especially, there's just so much more excitement about our part of the state, and everything going on downtown.
We definitely, Michigan's a beautiful place. There's no doubt about it. I live here by choice, not because I have to. And I love my job and I love touring the state. Michigan has so many beautiful places to be, but I really think that northeast, lower peninsula sometimes gets forgotten. And I'm so happy that you're on the show to talk about that, because if you haven't been to Alpena, or if you haven't been to Alpena lately, you are really missing a lot.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We had a conference here just this summer of different downtown professionals throughout the state, and a lot of people either hadn't visited since the 80s or they'd never come here. And once they got into our region, they were like, how have you been hiding this away from the rest of the state? And then once they get into the city specifically with all the historic homes and then our historic downtown and all the public art, the flowers, everything we've been working on, it was really cool to see that kind of from an outsider's perspective of, people that really have no experience in our region that are just kind of discovering all that we have to offer.
I was talking this past summer to someone that was involved in the cruise ship industry, and they said that Alpena is the #1 destination for cruise ships on the Great Lakes. Kudos
It
to you
is.
guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the folks at NOAA, with the Great Lakes Maritime Heritage Center, they have really taken the lead on that, and it's cool to see, this huge Viking cruise ship that goes to Antarctica out in the bay. I think 30 times last summer, and there's about 20 to 30 more coming this summer. So it's been a great boost for our economy, and of course, you're showing off Alpena to people from all over the country.
And your social district is relatively new.
It is. Yep. We started that in 2021, after the pandemic. It allows people to grab a drink from a participating business and walk through the downtown area with it. So we have, I think, 10 participating bars, restaurants, tap rooms, that take advantage of this program. So it's been really great, especially for the different events that we host. So every Friday night in the summer months from May to October, we have live music throughout the downtown with our street performers. So that's been really popular for people to, go across the street, go to the bar, grab a beer or a cider or whatever, and then come into, our public parks or our public plazas and enjoy a drink and enjoy some live music.
And artwork. I mean, Alpena is, every time I see anything that has to do with Michigan artwork, especially on the outside of buildings, Alpena always shows up. The artwork there on that one building is just absolutely. I mean, I guess I consider Alpena my second home, and proud to do that. It's absolutely gorgeous. My wife and I, we love to come into town and and visit the places. You got some great shops, theater. I mean, the theater is fantastic. What it is, the renovation. I'm so happy to see the investment in downtown, the businesses, you don't have any empty storefronts, I don't think at all in downtown. It's a great walkable community. And here I go again, I'm stealing all your thunder.
Hey, that's okay. No, I love to hear from other people. Yeah, between the artwork, we have, I think, 15 murals now within our downtown district. So our Fresh Waves program is one that's very near and dear to my heart, that our organization works on. So we've commissioned artwork every year for the last 5 years. This past year, the photo that you're showing right now, we got a grant through Michigan Arts and Culture Council to commission large-scale pieces of artwork through the alleyways specifically. So we have 5 large murals, 2 smaller pieces within all walkable distance. And like you said, there's bars, restaurants, shops that are all really concentrated in that area. So that's been something every year we work on. And we're really proud that, the arts have been such a central force in our downtown's redevelopment, especially for being such a small town that has a very industrial history. We have a wonderful artistic community here of musicians, visual artists, muralists. So we've really been able to tap into that. And like you mentioned, the movie theater just reopened this year. It's always busy. It's right down the street from my office. So I love seeing all the different people it brings. We have 2 live theaters as well. One's under renovation. The State Theater is also going to be under renovation, hopefully soon. So yeah, there's lots of good momentum going on right now and kind of has that artistic vibe, which I think really sets us apart from other small towns.
We love taking our grandchildren to Noah.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic place to be able to see the heritage of the Alpena area with the Great Lakes and the shipping and things like that. And my dad graduated from high school in 1951, and he took that cruise ship as a senior trip to Mackinac Island. And so it's just so many connections. And when I say he took that, he was from Flushing, Michigan, and got to go on a cruise ship his senior year in 1951 to up to Mackinac Island. And you got Noah has a picture of that ship in their museum. It's just absolutely wonderful. The rivers, the lakes, the open spaces, the downtown. Alpena's got it going on.
Yeah, we kind of have a little bit of it all now that you're saying that. Between, the shipwrecks are a huge draw, the marine sanctuary, lots of visitors every year. I think that's like what's so unique, especially about our downtown area. It's like you have, we're in the middle of a forest. Literally our region has so many natural resources around us. We're located on Lake Huron. We have the Thunder Bay River right through the heart of our downtown. We have historic buildings, we have restaurants, we have shops, we have arts. We really have so much to offer for being such a small town. And I think that's what definitely makes us unique, and people are kind of surprised to discover once they finally check us out.
Well, speaking of checking out, for our viewers that didn't know all the things that you guys got going on and some of the secrets that I've kept that I didn't share, how will they find out more about the Alpena area, the downtown development, and all the things that are available for them to entice them to come see for themselves?
Yeah, so if you're interested in learning more about the downtown specifically, if you're on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, check out Downtown Alpena is our page. So we share about different activities, businesses, all that good stuff. And then our website is downtownalpenami.com, and that has similar information all about our events, different programs, and of course, what the DDA is and what we do. And then if you're interested in kind of the Alpena area in general, visit Alpena. They're also on social media, and their website has resources for all throughout the region beyond just the downtown. So they're a great resource as well if you're planning a trip to the area.
Great visiting with you, and I wish you good luck in 2024 and keep up the good work.
Thanks so much. Hope to see you in downtown sometime this summer. Stop by and say hi.
Bet on it. Well, that wraps up this week's show. I want to thank Christy Kane, April Wagner, and Ann Gentry for joining us today. To find out more information about all the events that we've seen today, or any event in the state of Michigan, go to michiganfun.com. I'd also like to thank our producer, Jared Clark, and the entire staff at My Michigan TV. To browse our full library of live and on-demand videos, go to MyTV, that's MYMITV.com. All Michigan, streaming everywhere. I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, get out there and have some fun.